Hello all of you. Today we will start with the next lecture, that is the instruction set of 8086 microprocessor. In this lecture we are going to study the different instructions, okay, and how it can be used and how the syntax can be written. So first we will see the softwares. The sequence of a command used to tell the microcomputer what to do is called a program. Okay, so very basic definition. So each command in a program is called as a instruction. Okay, so whatever we are giving the commands to that microcontroller, or you can say the microprocessor, that is nothing but the instruction. A program written in a machine language is referred to as a machine code. So I have given one example here. So add ax comma bx. So add, it is called as a opcode. Ax is nothing but the destination operand and bx is the source operand. So this is how exactly the instruction can be written. Now I will give the example how exactly the instructions is. So label instruction and the comment. So there is a example here is a, so I want to write the instruction. So I will write move ax comma bx. So what is the meaning of this? So means in the comment I will show what exactly the this instruction does or functions. So it copy the bx. Okay, so whatever the data in bx, it get copy into the ax. Okay, so there is one-to-one relationship between the assembly and machine language instruction. A compiled machine code implementation of a program written in a high-level language result in a insufficient code. So, more machine language instructions than a assembled version of an equivalent handwritten assembly language program. So, that is nothing but the instructions. Then, two key benefits of assembly language program. So, first is it takes up a less memory and it executes much faster. So, there are two basic, or we can say the benefits of the assembly language. So what exactly the applications? So one of the most beneficial use of the assembly language programming is a real-time application. Okay, so what is the real-time application? So it means the task required by the application must be completed before any other input to the program that will alter its operation can occur. For example, the device service routine which controls the operation of the floppy disk drive is a good example that usually written in a assembly language. Okay, so this is how when we are want to applicable or we want to do the real-time applications, then the microprocessors can be used. So assembly language is not only good for controlling the hardware device but also programming pure software operations. So the searching through a large table of data for a special string of characters, code translation from ASCII to ABCDIC, table sort routines, mathematical routines. So all these applications can be performed by using the assembly language, and it performs the real-time operations as well as high-level language perform used to write those parts that are not time critical. Now converting the assembly language instruction to machine code. So how exactly this assembly language can be converted into the machine code? So an instruction can be coded with 1 to 6 bytes. Byte 1 contains the three kinds of information. So the opcode field, that is nothing but the 6 bits, specify the operation, that is nothing but the add, subtract, move. Okay, so first it is nothing but the 6 byte, that is nothing but the add that I have shown in the previous slide. So add, subtract, move, these are nothing but the opcodes. It is called opcodes and it is of the 6 bits. Okay, so this is how, this is nothing but of the 0 to 8 bits, but practically it has shown in a 6 bits. Now the register direction bit, that is called as a D bit. Okay, register direction bit, so this is here, tells the register operand in a register field in a byte 2 is a source or destination operand. Okay, it told that does it is a source or destination operand. Suppose this is destination, it goes or it shows 1, and if it is a source operand then it shows 0. Okay, Now the data size bit, it is shown by the W. It specifies whether the operation will be performed on a 8 bits or 16 bit data. Okay, suppose the operation is performed in 8 bits, so this bit set 0, and if this operation perform on a 16 bit, then this W bit set 1. Okay, so this is how the assembly language can be converted into the machine language. Now byte 2 has 3 field. Okay, so the mode field, is nothing but that is okay, 3 field, that is nothing. First is the mode field, another is a register field, and third is a register memory field, that is RM field. So this register field is used to identify the register for the first operand. So I have given here, so the mode field, it gives the, here is register, just a minute, here register, it gives the 3 bits. Okay, accordingly you can identify which operation can be performed. Okay, so here W0, W1, so when W is equal to 0, it performs the 8 bit operation. So if you go into the architecture of the 808 microprocessor, in a general purpose register, there is a AX and AL. Okay, AH and AL, BH and BL. So there is nothing but 0 to 8 and 16 bit. So this gives the 8 bits and whole is giving the 16 bit. So AX is nothing but the whole 16 bit, and AL is nothing but the, or AH is nothing but the 8 bit and 8 bit. When you are using the 8 bit operation, then W is set a 0, and if W is equal to 1, then you are using the whole 16 bit operation. That's what they have given here. Now which register you are using, that is shown here. Okay, suppose you are using the CL or CX, that is shown by 001 here. Okay, it is shown here. So this, suppose this register bit set 001, then it is using the CL register. Okay, so this is how these bits can be used to identify the things. Now we'll go to the first instruction, that is a move. So this is very important and most usable instruction, move, and it used to transfer, or you can say move the data from one location to another location. So the location can be anything. It is a register, memory, accumulator, or different types of registers, or even it can be a immediate value also. Suppose there is directly a, suppose I will write 5 hexa, so I can directly move this 5 hexa in some location. Okay, so I will now show you what kind of operations or what kind of destination source can be used, from which locations we can use for, or we can be used as a destination or source. So first, here from memory to accumulator. Okay, so we can move the data from accumulator to memory. Okay, now again from memory to accumulator, from register to register, from memory to register. Okay, source means from where we can pick the data, and destination means where we can going to save that data. Okay, from memory to register, from register to memory, from immediate to register. Now what is immediate? Immediate means any value directly. Suppose I want to move, save 5 hexa into the register, so you can directly write the instruction in that way and you can save. So here is operations. So immediate to memory, from register 16. Okay, register 16 means so whole register to the segment register, memory 16 to segment register, from segment register to register 16, from segment register to memory. So this is what all the destination source operations or locations that we can save the data. Now where these registers cannot be used, or this move instruction where we cannot use, in the memory to memory, from the, we can pick the data from the memory and store in the memory. This is not possible. Even from immediate value we cannot store into the segment register, as well as from the segment register to segment register. So these operations cannot be performed in a move instruction. Now how the move instruction can be write? Okay, so move meaning is the same, move, we want to move the data. Format is move D comma yes. Okay, so this is nothing but the format of writing the instruction. there is no flag affected, and operation is from, we can move from S to D. Okay, suppose I will write move A comma, suppose I will write some memory location. Okay, from means what is the meaning of this? From memory location I will move the data to the accumulator. Okay, so this is how we can perform these instructions from the data, or this is called as a data transfer instruction. So means what, we are transferring the data from one location to the another location. Now there is another instruction, data transfer instruction, that is nothing but the exchange. Okay, so that is nothing but the exchange. Now what is the mnemonic of this XCHG, that is called as a exchange. What is the meaning of this? We are exchanging the data from, exchange means what, if you go into the C++, there is a swapping operation. Swap means from, we can just interchange the data or interchange the information. So the format is exchange DS. What is the operation it performs? It gives the data, whatever the data in a D, it store into the S, and whatever the data into the S, it goes into the D. The flag affected? No. Now what kind of source and destination? So here is from accumulator to, sorry, register 16 to accumulator, or accumulator to register 16. Now register to memory, register to register, and memory to register. So how exactly it can be written? So example, exchange start BX. So whatever store into the location of BX, okay, the BX register, it can be stored into the start. Okay, so start is nothing but one kind of variable. You can write this into the start. Okay, so no exchange used in a memories and segment registers. Okay, now there are few different instructions also. The data transfer instruction, there are nothing but the LAE, LDS, and LES. Now what is the LEA? First mnemonics, LEA, it is nothing but the load effective address. Okay, load effective address, and it can be written in the format EA, LEA register 16 comma EA. Okay, so it is nothing to the effective address. So whatever the store into the EA, it is goes into the register 16. Similarly, there is a LDS, that is nothing but load register and DS. Okay, so whatever the data is stored into the memory, it directly load into the register 16. If you want to store into the DS, DS is nothing but the data segment, then memory plus 2 location it store into the DS. So whatever the data store in the memory plus 2, whatever is the location here, it goes to the plus 2 and store into the DS. And the third instruction is LES. It is called as a load register and ES. So it is similar like this, that is LES register 16 comma MEM. This is nothing but the format, and store from MEM to the register 16 from memory. And if you want to store in extra register, it gives the memory plus 2 and then it store. Okay, so it is nothing but the LEASI data or MOVSI offset data. Okay, so this is how these are nothing but the data transfer instruction that can be used. Now we'll move to the next instruction, that is nothing but the translate. Okay, the XLET instruction, it is simply short form, it is called as a XLET, or it is mnemonic is a XLET, and meaning is translate. So we translate the you perform the translate operation. It gives the simply format is XLAT. You can directly write a XLAT. Now what it can it perform the operation? It perform the operation AL. AL is nothing but the general purpose register, and it gives the lower bytes. Okay, lower bits, that is nothing but 8 bits plus BX. Okay, so BX is the 16 bits plus 8 bits. So whole whatever the data in a BX and whatever the data in AL plus DS, whatever the store in the data segment. Okay, whatever all these things, it will be transferred to the AL. Okay, so whatever the things on in all this, it is used to the AL. Suppose assume, I will take one example here. Suppose DS is equal to 03HH, means this one, and BX is equal to 01H, 00H, means this BX, and AL is a 0DH, means this. Okay, so now what happened, where whatever the operation is here, we are adding them. Similarly, we are going to add them. Okay, so whole I will add this, and you will get the 031H, sorry, 0310DH, and all these things will move into the AL. So this is how the translate instruction or translate operation can be performed. So I hope you understand the xlet or xlat instruction. That is nothing but the translate operation. Now arithmetic instruction, these are very important for your programming perspective. So arithmetic operations, so add, ADC, INC, AAA, DAA. So all these instruction can be used for the mathematical purpose that I will explain you one by one. Suppose first I will take very popular instruction, that is a mnemonic, that is the add. So it simply perform the addition operation. Okay, if you want to add the two numbers or from memory locations, you can perform, or you can use the add instruction. And this add instruction is the add d comma s. Now this is simply operation perform s plus d, means it add the d and s. So whatever the data in a d and s, it's add. Okay, and it store into the d, means this is nothing but, so first after performing the operation, it will store the data in a d. Okay, and flag affected, all it flag affect the all flags whatever are available. Okay, and the carry, if the carry is generated, is stored into the CF flag. Okay, so that is nothing but the flag affected. So carry flag, so if there is a carry, it's carry flag set 1. Now ADC, that is nothing but add with carry. Okay, so it format is ADC D comma S. So it simply add the carry. So whatever the operation in add, okay, it again add the CF. Okay, so just addition is what, it adding the carry. Okay, and whatever the result it generated is stored into the D, means is stored into the D. Suppose if you want to see the result, you can simply show into the D, or you can read the D, right? And it affects the all flags. Now next is the increment or INC, that is nothing but increment by 1. Okay, increment by 1. So that is nothing but the INC D. The format is INC D. Suppose if you D is a 001H, and if you want to if D is equal to 001H, and if you give the instruction increment D, then it will add the 1 into the 001H. Okay, so D plus 1, so is increment by 1, and whatever the result again store into the D. Okay, so again next time if you read the D, so D will be incremented by the 1. So it will affect all but not carry flag. Okay, not CY. Now this is nothing but AAA, that is nothing but ASCII adjust for addition. Okay, its format is simply AAA. So after addition, AAA instruction is used to make sure that result is correct unpacked BCD. Okay, that is nothing but binary code division. Binary code decimal. Now DA, so that is nothing but the decimal adjust for addition, and it simply the format is DAA. It adjusts the AL for decimal packed BCD. Okay, so this is how this instruction can be used. Okay, so I will show you these examples while programming. Okay, AAA, DAA, how it can be used in the programming, and what is the BCD. Now here is one example. Here is few example that I will show you here. So this example gives add x comma 2 and add x ADC ax comma 2. So there are two examples. I will show you how to perform this. Now sorry, this is example. So ax is suppose 5, and they have given the immediate or direct data. So 5 plus 2 is equal to 7 and is stored into where? Ax. Okay, when you read the ax, so ax will give the 7. Similarly adc, okay, again suppose ax is equal to 5 and 2, so 7, so no carry generated. If the carry is generated, it again get added into the this ax. Okay, so this ax again store the results. Now increment bx. So what is the mean by increment bx? Suppose bx is equal to 10h. Okay, so increment bx, suppose bx is equal to 10h, and I will write the increment bx, then it gives the data or result that a. Okay, a means 11 into the hexa. I can increment word ptr bx. Okay, so whatever the data stored into the bx, it goes on incremented. Now example third, ASCII code 0 to 9, that is equal to 30 minus 39h. Okay, so add cldl, so it gives the addition. Okay, cl is equal to 32, ASCII for 2, and dl 35, ASCII for 5. Okay, so there is a move al and cl. Okay, the result is 37. Now move al and cl, so move the ASCII result into al, since AAA adjusts only al. Okay, so whatever the data into the cl, it will move into the al. Now AAA, so AAA means what? Al is equal to 0, 7, unpack bcd for 7. Okay, so what is the bcd of this result? It gives the 7. So this is how exactly the operation can be performed. So this is what about the instruction about mathematical operations. So there are few more instructions of the mathematical that we will see in the next lecture. These are nothing but the subtraction, multiplication, division, all these mathematical operations, and after that there are the logical operations also there. So after this, all these things we will see in the next lecture. So thank you very much for. If you have any queries till now, you can call me or message me. So thank you very much.